Hello and welcome to the Hotkeys podcast. This is the week of June 8th, 2019. I'm your host, Mick, and it's a cold one today. Feels nice in here.
Cold one indeed, Mick. This is Ben Stuart.
And I'm Landon Browning, and I want to take all the credit for making the room cool this week.
All you did was open the door.
It's cloudy outside.
Yes.
Overcast.
Yes.
It's already cold.
And
Where are the fans? You still haven't gotten the fans.
I did get buy two fans.
Oh, okay.
One broke within 2 minutes of being out of the box.
How much did you spend, man?
$15 on that one, and then the other one was 20 and that one.
Oh, you were
was fine.
splurging.
Yeah, I was blowing all the money, and then
That's fantastic.
I broke the bank. Money's tight, you know.
Yeah.
And today we have a very, very special guest. One I am very proud to announce.
She's not that special.
Okay, he's not that special. He's
Or a
just
guest.
he's just an average guy that hasn't been on the podcast in quite a while, and he just happens to live in a different state. Please welcome Dave.
Yay.
Hi,
David
Dave.
Parker, brother of Michael.
No, just Dave.
Hi, Dave. Tell us a bit about yourself, Dave.
It is also a cold one here in Michigan.
Oh.
So it is.
What? What's
it
the
doesn't
weather
feel
like
like
over
summer.
in Michigan?
Oh, we still got snow up here and such. It's just coming down. Like we got like 3 to 4 inches every day.
Hmm.
Building snowmen and fortresses and such.
Thank you, caller. Thank
No,
you.
the snow's
Thank you.
the snow's finally gone.
All
We
right.
had snow up until like the end of May.
Dang. That sounds horrible.
What was the
It
most
was-
snow you
wasn't
guys
that
got
great.
over the winter? What was the most? What
We
was the
had,
most
like,
snow you got over the winter?
The most snow we had over the winter.
Answer the question.
I don't know. We had maybe like 4 to 5 feet at one point. It was a lot of snow.
Golly gee, that's a lot.
It was.
Aw,
yeah, it was-
shuckies.
Well, we live right on the water on Lake Superior, and so it's just the lake effect from the winter snow comes up, and it's like just blankets the whole.
I thought the
UP.
closer you were to water, the less it snowed.
Not necessarily. Not because we're on the east shore. It's like the way the winds blow. It basically just
Mm.
blows all of the snow
Oh, yes.
to us.
Oh, yes. What's your address, Dave? For the listeners so they can send you gifts.
You've already really pinpointed your location. You might as well just go all the way with it.
Yeah.
Lake Superior. Writing that down.
You'll have to forgive my voice this week. I've been a little under the weather the past few days.
Yeah, same.
And it's Landon's fault.
I don't know if it's my fault. You
What
probably-
happened?
I'm pretty sure it was your fault.
How-
You were sick.
Oh,
I was
okay.
fine, and then I got sick.
Well, you should have been kissing so much.
What time did
Quit
what
smooching on me, Landon.
what day did you get sick?
What day was the podcast last week?
Saturday.
Sunday. I started getting sick.
Okay, because I started getting sick Saturday night, so it's probably wasn't me.
I got sick like Wednesday.
Okay, all right.
It all adds up.
The point is, it was after you, so it's
By
your
like
fault.
what, like 5 hours?
More like 10.
Okay, yeah, definitely my
So
fault.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was you.
I mean, we
thanks.
were cooped up in this room for like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and the
Oh,
heat.
yeah.
Do you guys remember how hot it was in
It
here?
was like an incubator.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
It's moist.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It's like a petri dish in here.
So Ben, you went to a comedy club last week?
Yeah. Let me see if I remember the dude's name that I even went to go see. McCain.
Joel
McHale.
McHale.
Joel McHale.
Senator John McCain.
Senator John McCain.
Back from the grave.
It's weird. It's weird because he's been dead for a few months.
It was pretty good. No, yeah, he was funny. I think he's funny. I feel kind of bad because I hadn't watched the show that he's a part of, which is The Community. So it's like Landon, you would have actually liked to go see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He did talk soup too.
talks.
Or was it the soup?
I think
Whichever
it
one
was-
was
I,
after.
thought, I think it was
Maybe it was the soup.
That sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
the soup.
Uh,
It
And
was
he
also
did
on
that for,
Spider-Man
like-
2.
but I mean, it was
The banker.
it was
Yeah.
it was pretty
He
good.
gets slapped by Aunt May.
It was pretty good. He just he kept it pretty safe. You know, he didn't talk about much of his shows or his experiences in the film industry or whatever. He just kept it to jokes about the Spokane area and political stuff, and yeah, it was pretty good though. That's all I have to say.
Was the
about
crowd into it? Like,
it. Yeah,
were there laughs?
everyone was good.
Yeah.
Anybody heckle him?
No one heckled
That's
them.
good, that's
No
good.
one.
How many people showed up?
It was a full crowd. I think they even added tables there. I think
Oh.
probably around maybe 400 people.
Cool.
Oh dang.
500 maybe. Yeah, it was good.
How does it work there? Like, you get the ticket, and then don't they have like a
here-
drink minimum, like a minimum amount of drinks?
Well, they check your ID at the door, and you know me. It's like I haven't been to the DMV in probably like 4 years, but my my license still isn't expired. So I'm 23. But the last time I got my license was like 4 years ago, and so it's still right side up with a picture of me with the Justin Bieber haircut.
You literally look like 14 years
Yeah.
old in the picture.
So I walk up to these.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to get a new one when you turn 21?
Well,
So they turn it sideways
it's
for
not
you?
expired.
When does it expire?
I don't know.
It's got to be soon.
It's probably
It's
maybe like
probably
every-
really soon.
It's every 5 years.
When's the last time you checked?
I don't know. It's probably close though. I'll probably get it
Probably.
done. I'll get it done. Don't you worry. But I walked up to these bouncers, and I showed them my card, and it's like, it's kind of old. And they're like, man, you need to go to the DMV. He's like, have a good time at the show. I'm like, okay, that's good. I didn't get killed. So yeah, walked in, and then they don't check your card if you get alcohol. But
You
didn't-
check out the gate.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, most of the time they make you get a couple.
Yeah, that was the rule. I had to buy some of their food, which is way overpriced.
Oh,
It's worse than a movie theater, I think. Except for
That's pretty bad then.
yeah,
Movie theaters are like,
yeah,
that's how they make their money, so they have to charge them
yeah.
like
Yeah.
really much.
And they have to do that too to make money because they have to afford the comics and stuff too. I think that's pretty standard. Is like a either 2 drink or 2 item like minimum at those clubs
Hmm.
to buy stuff.
So yeah, I got the 2 ciders and a popcorn.
Oh
And
yeah.
I ate it all. Y'all ever eaten a whole bag of popcorn by yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I have.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've definitely not
it's-
eaten more than one bag in one sitting by myself before.
It's pretty
That's
easy
never
to do.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
It's so
It's just air, right?
Yeah,
That's all it is.
The
it's like
worst.
there's no calories.
The worst is like
think-
after though, like when you start feeling sick.
Yeah, because that's all you ate all day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's like
no.
you had that in the big like Slurpee,
Yeah.
like at the movie theater by yourself. And then you're like, but you get that free refill on the way out, even though you know you don't need it, but you have to do
And
it.
then it sits on your
Ow.
kitchen counter for like the next
Yeah.
2.5 weeks. You're like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I'll slowly eat it. Then you get like
it gets
maybe
stale.
a 1/4 inch down. You're like, man, this just sucks. now."
well, you know I paid for it and just getting my money's worth.
Yeah.
But movie theater popcorn, it ruins all other popcorn
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
the
I
best.
can't eat the microwave stuff. It does
It's-
something to
it's
like
so
the back of my
gross.
throat. Like it
It's
leaves
gross
like a
now.
chalky feeling.
It's yeah, it's a weird like aftertaste to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
I've started actually air popping popcorn
No.
now, and it's actually a lot better, but it's
Yeah.
still not
not quite as good.
not quite.
I
as
just
good
take a
as-
raw corn cob and I just stick it on a skewer and then put it over the fire. And then I just try to catch the kernels that pop with my
Wow.
hands because it's about as fresh
Wow.
as you can get.
Yeah.
Is that where all those burns
But-
came from?
Yeah. Well, to do that too, like you have to have the butter just in your mouth already. So you just like it mixes together. It's like, you know,
And that's why
It's-
we
it's
brought
the-
you on the show, Dave.
I feel
to
like-
talk
I
about
feel
your
like-
career in professional popcorn catching.
I feel like you should melt it in a cup, and then once you get a couple kernels, you throw them in your mouth, and you take a swig of the butter, swish it around a little bit. You know.
no, see, that's the amateur
That's
way to do
amateur.
it. Like, yeah, because like the you want to mix the butter with the popcorn as like you want to have as little time before it goes into your stomach
Yeah.
because any extra time it taints the experience.
So you just keep like a little like tab of it like under your lip, like chew or something. You know, you got it like
Yeah.
melted in there
That's what I was
slowly.
thinking, like a little pouch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know those little butter pallets that you get from like the restaurant.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like little restaurant. Yeah, you just those are perfect size. You just scoop them out. You just put them right under your lip. They're just ready.
It's like that,
for as soon as you get a popcorn in there.
It's like that Malcolm in the Middle episode when Abe just wants to rebel and just eats a bunch of butter, shoving it in his mouth.
Yeah,
I don't
that
remember
always grossed me out as a little kid watching him do that because he was his wife Kitty didn't want was very domineering, and so he's trying to he's really straight and narrow husband. And then later in the episode, he's at the bar with Hal, and Hal's like, "Man, you gotta be more free and stuff." So he just starts grabbing those just
He's like,
chunks of
I haven't
the butter.
had butter in like 20 years. You know what? I'm gonna have some butter right now.
and the
Start
and the
shoving
sound and the sound it makes when on the episode when he puts it in his mouth is just so gross. And then it cuts to him and he's just like like with just all the that really grossed me out as a kid.
It's still kind of gross.
My dad on multiple occasions, like when we were on vacations, would take the butter packets and he'd be like, "Oh, they're too cold to spread. I'm just gonna warm it up my pocket for a little bit." And then he would just he'd forget about it.
Oh no!
And then like a couple hours later, he'd like reach in and be like, "Oh gosh!" Like, like butter would be. I feel like he's done it multiple times. Like
that's a Jesse move right there.
Yeah,
That's
he did it. He does that a lot. Like he would also with like the sauce packet or the sauce cups from like McDonald's, you know, that you dip your nuggets in. Like we'd be driving somewhere, he'd get one and he'd be driving and he's like, "Oh well, sweet, I'll put it like in the door handle so I can dip while I drive." And then we stop by the gas. We stop by the gas station. He reached down to open the door and like just sauce all over his hands.
And it's like in that crevice too, so it's like hard to clean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what that makes me think of? Is it possible to cook popcorn in the dryer? Like, so your dad leaves the butter packets in his pockets and he does laundry, right?
Oh, here we go.
And he puts the kernels in the other pocket. And we'll see what happens.
This is actually probably the strongest case I've heard for evolution. Actually,
it tastes like fresh, clean linen. Lilac.
You have that popcorn with the aftertaste of fresh linen.
Yeah,
that's what we all want.
You know
you
that
can make so much. You can make so much popcorn.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh!
Just pours it.
You could just take like.
Your whole dryer is just filled with popcorn.
Okay, wait.
The door pops open and bursts. Popcorn just dumping out on the floor. You're like, "Ah."
Yeah, see, that was my question. Like, so if you fill the dryer to the top with unpopped popcorn, like, does it get to the point where it will blow the doors off so that popcorn just goes all over your place or your apartment?
I'm 100% okay trying to figure out what happens.
In your apartment right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and instead of dryer sheets, that's where you throw in just like slaps of butter.
Or you could throw in like
That'd be so
the
good.
dill flavor or like a spicy flavor.
Yeah. Is there
Yeah.
bacon? You know, they have bacon
flavor.
seasoning.
You just throw bacon strips in there.
I wonder if it would catch on fire.
Oh yeah, it totally
It probably
catch on fire.
would, yeah.
No, of course not.
Unless, why don't you just throw the kernels in? Like
That's
no,
not a fire hazard at
not
all.
in a bag at all. Just throw them in.
That's what I was thinking.
Once
Just
the-
the
Oh,
kernels,
okay.
Just the kernels. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Well,
Well, then you should be fine.
once they pop though, that's like that popcorn's gonna light on fire.
Oh, very quickly.
But and then like you put the sticks of butter in there and it starts leaking down into the wiring or whatever. It just explodes. I don't know.
But if your house burns down because of that, it's got to smell pretty good. Would be my guess.
Wouldn't
it's
you
still
want your
popping.
clothes to
You get-
smell like
Yeah.
like a movie theater?
You get trapped in your like apartment or house. Like the last thing you like smell before you burn to death is just popcorn. Like you're wading through a bunch of it as it's burning all around you.
You're trying to get out, you can't.
You're just drowning in popcorn
Yeah,
coming out of
flaming
your
popcorn,
dryer.
Like
You know, there's those kernels always at the bottom of the bag, and you're tripping over those.
yeah,
you
you're
know,
slipping.
trying to get out.
Why
I mean,
don't
there
those
are
ever
much
pop?
worse ways.
What
Much
don't
worse
you-
ways to go out. So
I don't. I
At
feel
least
like
then
that's
when you're like drowning underneath, you could like have a little snack. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm dying, but you know I'm hungry too. So.
Oh, it's burnt. Ick.
maybe that's what like movie theater managers have like nightmares about, like the popcorn. Like maybe they just like maybe they hear it popping like all the time, like they're like at home.
it's
like,
just
they
a
hear it.
tidal wave of popcorn just
PTSD.
coming
Yeah.
after them.
PTSD.
I would have
a
that.
car outside, like that backfires.
Yeah.
They're freaking out, thinking it's like the biggest thing.
I had
the
it
biggest
for
thing of popcorn ever.
I had it
A
for a
20-foot
while
tall kernel.
with when I used to do a lot of work in 7-Elevens on like the Slurpee machines and stuff. All the 7-Elevens have the little buzzer that goes off when anybody comes in or out of the store, and it rings really loud even in the back room, so they know that people are there. And after doing like when it gets busy in a 7-Eleven, the thing's going off every half a second, and there would be times when I'd be home and I could hear it. I could hear the thing going off, or like I tried to sleep, I could hear it going off. Like
When's the last time you had a vacation?
it's been
You
a
okay,
while.
man?
It's
Been
been
a while.
Well, I had 2 weeks off when I had my knee surgery, so that's all the vacation I need for the next 5
Oh,
years.
yeah, that's
It wasn't
ple-
even
that's
2
pleasant.
weeks, was it?
It
It was
was-
like a week, and
no,
you're
I-
like,
I
I'm
missed-
going back to work.
No, I missed. I think I missed 2 full weeks. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but you didn't go anywhere.
Hobbled around a little bit.
That's not a vacation.
No,
you
it's
did,
really
you
not.
did go
It's like a
bowling.
prison.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did some bowling.
I tried to bowl from my I should not have tried to bowl that day. Like that was not a good idea.
I think you still scored better than I did, though.
Landon's a good bowler.
No, I'm
He's an
not.
athlete.
No,
Hell-
Colby's a good bowler.
hell of an athlete.
Colby is insanely good bowler.
Hmm.
For some weird reason.
I think it's the busted
Friend
femur.
of the show, Colby.
Yeah,
Friend of the show, Colby.
He's been on.
He's not that good of a friend of the show though.
Because he's only been on
Acquaintance,
once.
acquaintance of the show.
Acquaintance of the show. Colby Chapman.
We try to help the little guy out.
Yeah, he struggles. No, mentally.
Yeah.
He's so close. Like he's not mentally struggling enough to get like help from the government. Like, yeah.
Did you guys see that video of the woman spinning around?
I
in the
saw probably
helicopter?
10 seconds of it.
No, yeah, I watched it.
It was enough to make me laugh.
It was like, I was like, I hope she's okay because I'm kind of laughing, but I want her to be fine. And I guess she did survive it and she was fine. And she was like I thought I was going to die. But if you see the video, she so she, I guess, was like injured walking in some canyon or something. And so she had to be helicoptered out. And she was in like one of those stretcher things hanging underneath the helicopter. I'm assuming they were trying to lift her up into the helicopter, but she started spinning on her way up and like really, really spinning.
Wasn't it
like,
really windy out?
I don't know if it had something
think
to
it
do
was
with the
the
wind and like the helicopter
Blades pushing the air
blades
down,
like
yeah.
pushing down or something. But she just like she picked up a massive amount of speed and she was
Let
just
it
going,
rip.
going. And I guess they tried to like lower her down. And it made it worse, and so she just kept going faster and faster. And like, I would have thrown up if I were her.
Yeah.
I would have gotten so dizzy.
I
But
mean,
it's,
it did look like a fun like amusement park ride.
Yeah.
I mean, if as long as you knew that you were gonna live, which I mean, she didn't know that.
Well, she was probably already in a massive amount of pain because I think she like broke her leg or something.
yeah, I think it was.
Well,
Like a
she
leg
was
injury.
74.
Yeah, she was
too,
also
so
a really old.
Why was
woman.
she out
She's not-
hiking
she's not
around?
young.
Like, why was
I
she
think she
out?
was with some. I mean, like, you
I
still
think
hike
she
around when
wanted
you're old.
to die.
No, you can't. Yeah.
I mean, you're that old and you're going out hiking by yourself. You know, it's like, well,
Well, a
this is it.
74-year-old lady hiking in June in Arizona.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine how hot that would have
Oh,
been too?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Sure is a hot one.
and then she's spinning around like a maniac, probably like screaming, but like she can't hear her own screams because they dissipate too quickly because she's spinning so fast.
Turned into a human battle top.
Gosh.
Beyblades.
That's when another helicopter
Beyblade.
comes up right beside it, and they try to fight. They try to bounce into each other.
Man, those Beyblades hurt. I don't know if you ever you ever put your finger next to one of them things? They like almost
Yeah,
chop it off.
they're almost like they make them almost like serrated.
Yeah.
This is like they want to injure little kids that play with them.
Apparently, if you buy some foreign ones, they actually make them out of metal.
Oh,
And so they'll actually
gosh.
cut you.
Oh my god!
What are these things?
The like the tops, the battle
It's the
tops.
things where it's a top, but you're supposed to like battle other tops.
Oh, I've never.
It was a big thing back in like the late '90s, early 2000s.
Mhm.
Your parents wouldn't have let you do anything with
that
Beyblades.
You were a
then,
little
and,
too
you know,
late.
It's probably
secluded for this.
yeah. They were probably
Yeah.
witchcraft.
There was
stuff,
there's
so.
a little cord with like a sock cord, and it would grab onto the piece
gears
of the top.
inside, and you'd pull it.
And you needed to say "let it rip," and then, like,
Yeah.
like that, and you let it go, and that thing would just go crazy in the arena, and you'd hope it would
Right,
fly out
and
stab
like
you
you
in the
buy
eye.
you like buy this kind of like huge bowl arena thing,
Yeah.
and then they like fight inside because they want to go towards the middle, so that's all that's happening.
Sparks.
and
would
the goal
fly.
is to stay in, right? And you try to like launch the other
Right.
one out of the
And I think
arena
eventually
for the-
they like came out with ones where like pieces were supposed to fly off to
Yeah.
make it look more
That
violent.
actually sounds awesome.
I'm pretty sure I just launched those at my sister. No, it's younger.
It turns out you were just like throwing them at her. Just, let it rip. This is what you're supposed to do, right?
See, like when you think about Beyblade, though, stuff like that, like it makes you realize how lame America is. Because like what Ben was saying is in other countries,
Yeah.
you could get them like made out of metal. Like imagine like you're on the streets of Cozumel and there's a guy that like walks up to you and he opens his coat and it's just like filled with like metal, like tops and Beyblades. He's like, hey, you want to buy a ripper? Like that,
That's a
like
real
this will
ripper.
mess someone up.
Yeah.
Just sending at people's ankles.
After a long day working at
There's Achilles tendon.
after a
It's the
long
new thing of war.
long day working in the
Just hear the
sweatshop.
enemy. Let it rip.
They're heat seeking.
Oh gosh.
After a long day working in the sweatshop, all the kids
Oh my gosh.
battle it out, bet their wages on their metal top things fighting in the
Oh
arena.
my
you know? I mean, you can't make enough in a day working in the sweatshop, so they just
Someone's got to make it.
Yeah.
Whoever
so
has
they
the
just-
best battle top.
Yeah. Yeah.
You brought it there. You brought it there.
Yeah. That's what
The winner gets to run the sweatshop. They become the manager.
Mm,
So
yeah.
there's high stakes.
Hmm.
They've never been higher.
Beyblade champion.
So,
I never actually played Beyblade at all. Michael and I didn't do that at all growing up. We had the stupid. What were those robots? The
no, we had a few of them.
Bionicles?
No.
Yeah, we did.
Bionicles are
The-
stupid.
No, they were
how'd you
called.
say that?
They weren't like battle bots. They were like weird plastic.
They were like Rumble
um,
robots.
Is that what they were called? Were
I
Rumble
think so.
ro-
I had like I had the red one. You had like the green
I had the
one,
yellow
or
one,
yellow
yeah.
one or something.
Not Rock'em Sock'em robots?
No, I think they're
No,
called
they're-
Rumble robots.
Oh, okay.
They were a thing for a very short amount of time, and Michael and I got them like right at the tail end. So by
Right
the
when
time
they
we
stopped
got
being
them,
cool.
they weren't cool anymore, and
Like
so
nobody else
really
was
it
using them.
It was just a waste. But at the time before Michael and I had them, we thought they were the coolest thing ever because they were like little plastic robots that would fight each other.
Hmm.
And Michael and I just had to watch all the other cool kids fight it out, and we just had to stand there like like with our money shaking it, like like, oh no, like $5.
I bet on the blue one. The blue one.
Isn't that like the perfect isn't that like the saddest thing about being a kid is like not having the cool toys, you know?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
It was sad, Landon. Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it up.
No, I remember
Yeah.
being in that position a lot, like seeing all the cool stuff everybody else had, you know. I had Legos though, that's all I had.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you needed.
Yeah.
Legos are the best toy.
They are.
Because even now, I still love getting Legos. I mean, I don't play with them, but I love building them.
Sure you don't.
I mean,
Don't lie.
what are you talking about?
I can't
You
wait
have-
for you to adapt.
You have
your,
Legos in your pocket right now.
No, I don't. No,
I only brought my spaceman.
it's just a couple 2x2s.
Yeah.
I know Michael still loves Legos because this was a couple months ago. I was at home, and Michael texted me. He was like, "Hey, you checked the mail today?" And I was like, "No, not yet." He's like, "Go check the mail. Go check the mail." So I went, checked the mail, and I got this tiny little package that was the size of like a letter or something. And so I open it up and I pull it out, and it's 2 custom-made minifigures. One is me, and the other is my wife, Brianna. And Michael's like, "Look at that! I made you guys. You guys are Legos." So like, we got the
I
And
have to
so-
say, I'm pretty good at giving gifts. You know,
He also made
He
Landon.
is.
I remember you made Landon.
yeah,
I made Landon too. I made Colby, a friend of the show's.
acquaintance.
Acquaintance of the show.
acquaintance of the show. But I got to hand it to him. They were very accurate representations for the minifigures, though mine is kind of missing a bald spot. So there was.
Well,
that.
I would have
Other than
chosen
that-
I would have chosen a better hair for you, but it only came in gray, and you're not that old yet, so I couldn't do that.
Okay, well, no one else will be able to see this except for Ben and Landon and Mick, but I can show them
Oh, yeah,
on the
that's pretty good.
camera.
It's got your famous striped red shirt. And your
Yeah, my
glasses.
pasty white skin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
your
I
that
went for more of
grimace.
I went for more of like the 2012 Dave, you know,
Peak Dave.
the 2012
Dave.
edition.
Peak Dave.
It's only been downhill from there.
You've kind of rallied back though, haven't you, Dave? Like you've like
Rallied back.
you've like came like a strict workout. Like you became like a beacon
Oh,
of hope
yeah.
for people in their 20s,
Speaking of hope
right?
for the rest of us, yeah.
The hair
Yeah, I
transplant
mean,
was a
I'm
success.
still-
And
Liposuction worked.
yeah. The stomach surgery, like
I'm still pasty white though, so I need to get that tanning bed. My tanning bed game is
Just
pretty
do
weak
the
right
spray,
now.
spray on.
Spray on tan. Oh gosh, I don't get people to do
Tan
that.
in
It
a
looks
can.
it looks so bad. Like pasty white isn't that bad, and I know like Ben will like to hear that because you know.
Really? Is there hope? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel?
Ben knows the struggle, but like I think natural color, even if you're like lighter skinned, isn't as bad as like fake tan, like that orange kind of.
Yeah.
It's just there's something about it. It looks too
Mm.
artificial.
My sister does that, and yeah, she does look like a Barbie doll, like a.
I
fake,
mean,
you know,
with that being
like
said,
mask.
you know, women who are naturally dark, like
natural, yes,
know.
natural dark. It's very
Uh,
nice, very
well,
nice. Thank you,
yeah.
thank you for sharing, Dave.
yeah. Thanks, Dave.
All right, that was
You're
our
welcome.
caller.
Thanks for the weather, Dave. All right, moving on to so Landon, you finally bought Days Gone.
I did, yeah.
You bought it at full price.
I did buy it at full price,
and
then
then what happened?
it went on sale like 5 days later.
That sounds so familiar. I paid $80 for Fallout 76, and then the next day it was $30.
The next day they were handing it out for free. They were paying
They were
people to
begging
play it.
people to take it.
We'll pay you to take it, please. Come on.
Please play.
See,
Yeah.
yeah.
The cop at Best Buy pulled his gun out and told you to steal a copy of it.
I don't want to. You have to shoot me first.
No, but
Was
Best
it
Buy.
worth $60?
Yeah, I think so, and it was actually really cool. Like, this is another old man Landon kind of thing. Like, I called Best Buy and I was like, "Hey, so
Hey.
I bought this game
like
a week
that.
ago at full price. And now it's on sale at your store for $40. Can I get like a gift card or something?" Like, and they're like, "Well, if you bring the receipt in, like, we can give it to you." Like, and I was like, "Awesome!" So I went back in and I got like $21 back. So.
You found the receipt?
I actually found it within seconds at my
I'm
apartment.
surprised you
like,
didn't use like a pager to contact them.
Yeah,
I'll just page Best Buy.
yeah,
Old man.
yeah. So
I feel
no,
like Michael doesn't know how pagers work.
yeah.
I'm glad I don't.
I remember my dad.
I'll
having
just send him a
pager
fax.
back in the day. It was weird.
I wrote them a letter.
Carrier pigeon. Yeah.
I chiseled it out on rock, delivered it directly to them
So,
via horse and cart.
so how do you like it?
I like.
I know you were kind of iffy about it before
Um,
buying it, but it's good.
It's fun. Yeah, it's I'm not saying it. It's not. I wouldn't say it's an amazing game. I'm only probably 3 to 4 hours into it. It plays fun though. I like the world that they've built. Kind of like it's set in Oregon and in the
Yeah, it's like Pacific Northwest.
yeah,
area,
the
right?
scenery's pretty. The motorcycle driving feels kind of off. Like it almost feels like too sensitive, and there's like drifting and stuff. But like, I still have a really low level motorcycle, so that could be it too. But
Yeah, that'll do it.
yeah, the world's cool. The shooting feels good. I've already had a couple moments where like, because there's a lot of zombies.
Like pure panic.
Yeah, like there was a
Yeah.
moment I was riding my motorcycle, like ran out of gasoline, so I stole some like outlaws, some like, crazy person's bike, and I was riding it, and I was just driving along. It started to get night, and then I went through this area, and then suddenly, out of the buildings, like hundreds of zombies just started pouring out and were chasing me.
Gosh.
And I swerved the bike and I hit something, and it says this motorcycle, like my motorcycle broke.
Oh
Like it broke down. I got off the bike and I just started running, and there was like 100 zombies fast sprinting after me.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, and I like pulled, I pulled some like Molotov cocktails out, was like throwing them behind me, and they eventually stopped chasing me after like, but
Yeah.
like it was like a rush of panic,
Hmm.
like, and like they can overwhelm you quickly. Like if there's like 2 or 3, you can kill them pretty easily with like a shotgun or like you have melee weapons that actually feel the melee combat feels really really good.
Yeah.
But then
Is ammo scarce in the game?
It's scarce, but you can find it in like old cop cars or buy it and stuff. Like it's definitely not enough where like you don't have to worry about it, but like in some like most engagement, if there's like 5 enemies, like you don't have to worry too much about ammo. But like I said, I'm not super far. Like I wouldn't be able to engage like fighting a group of like 50 zombies would be impossible at this point. The crafting materials aren't that hard to come by though for like crafting like Molotovs or like med kits and stuff, but you can get overwhelmed really quickly, especially if like you get knocked off your motorcycle,
Right.
or if like one gets on you and then like 3 or 4 get closer, then it's
gosh.
like
Well, and this is a game you probably want that to happen, right? Like you want that like intense feeling.
yeah.
Like you want to be stressed out.
Yeah.
Otherwise it doesn't do the game justice.
Yeah, and there's different like camps that you can build trust with and stuff to get better prices on either like equipment or like ammo and stuff. So there's like different areas. The map seems pretty big. The one thing that was frustrating is when I did run out of gasoline, because you have to get gasoline for your motorcycle. You have to repair your motorcycle. Like I've only had it happen once, but I ran out of gasoline and wasn't near any areas that had it, and I had to like run around for like an hour on like foot just trying to find somewhere to get gas for the motorcycle. So that was
Just like real life.
yeah, I know, yeah. So that's a little bit annoying. And then like when you do fast travel, it actually costs gasoline for your bike too. So that's kind of interesting that they keep that. Like,
Yeah.
there's still a trade off for fast traveling. So, but it's fun. I'd recommend it. I mean, especially I think at $40, especially. I think it's on sale at most retailers as part of like the Sony Days of Play or whatever sale. And then the PlayStation Store's having a sale on it too. So
Sweet.
Does
I'm definitely
does the
gonna
story
get it.
suck?
I actually don't hate it so far. It's not great, but I'm actually intrigued by some of the stuff. Like the main character's okay. I like the main character when you're not in cutscenes because like he like rambles to himself like a madman. Like I'm not kidding. Like you'll hear somebody like there's like this this radio guy that like it's like he like does broadcasts and he like says stuff like free. It's like free Oregon radio or something like, and like your character will like yell at the radio guy even though he can't hear you. Like he'll get angry and stuff, or like he'll see zombies and he'll start like mumbling to himself about like killing them. Like it's kind of funny. Like
Galaxy News Radio.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll like the story overall, but like I like it so far. It's like it's interesting enough that like there was a couple times where I was getting into a cutscene. I was in a PlayStation party and I actually paused it because I did actually want to hear what the characters were saying, as opposed to some games where you don't even care.
Yeah.
You just don't care. Yeah, right.
Like I'm interested enough where I'm like, oh, this is a new character they're introducing that seems kind of different. So, yeah. But I would say overall, it's definitely probably worth $40. Especially, I mean, it looks like there's quite a bit of stuff to do. So, and there's a lot of progression. Like there's lots of skills and stuff. It's not like just an action game. There's a lot of like almost like RPG elements, like skill trees.
Kind of like
stuff.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yep, there's several skill trees.
Yeah.
Your bike you can upgrade. There's lots of different guns and stuff, and then
That's cool.
yeah, so
That's good to hear.
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna buy it then.
yeah, so lots of sale, and I think controllers, DualShock 4s are on sale for like $40 too.
At Best Buy.
At Best Buy, I think.
Oh.
So
There's a lot of stuff
I
on
might
sale,
I might get
like
that
Sony-wise.
that green one.
yeah, that green one's
I
a
like
good
that
one.
green one.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I like the gray one, like the classic one that has the colors that match the original, and then like the PS matches the color from the
Yeah,
original PS.
I don't think those are in store anymore though.
Really?
Yeah,
they
I
cycle the
haven't seen
colors
them.
out. Like it's weird they don't keep them because there's the orange and blue one, those like the Islanders and Broncos kind of
Mhm.
color scheme, and I haven't seen that in stores anywhere for a long time.
They have that like almost bronzy color one,
yeah.
which I actually like better than the gold one. I'm kind of regretting
Do you
buying
guys-
the gold one.
Do you guys all have the gold one? Oh, I know a lot of you do.
Yeah,
right?
but it's kind of slowly failing all of us.
Yeah, like it's kind of weird. Like all of ours, so we all bought it on Black Friday, right?
Yeah, last year.
Mick, acquaintance of the show, Colby, and myself bought them, and yeah,
He's
they're
not
all-
gonna listen to this. It's
No, he
okay. We
doesn't-
can
yeah,
keep saying that.
he's openly told us that he doesn't listen to the podcast. So
He doesn't support us at all.
no, he does not.
What a true acquaintance.
That's why he's not on it.
The funny
anymore.
part though is like he tells people about it. I'm pretty like he tells like because Mick and Colby go to the same school, and they tell like he tells people.
I don't want people to know that.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
I think we've already talked about it.
Please clear stuff with me first, Landon.
Yeah. But like he'll tell people there to listen to it, but like he doesn't listen to it
No,
himself. Like
Colby's just the worst.
yeah, he's a pretty
Is
bad.
Colby trash?
Yeah, white trash. Oh, called out.
Just kidding, Colby.
I'm not.
Not okay.
But yeah, all of our gold controllers, like I think all of ours, like the left thumbstick's like going out.
Yeah, it might have been from that like an hour-long bike race we did in GTA.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame that.
That,
yeah,
That's probably that's something to do with it.
that was so stupid.
Dave
Wow.
cheated somehow in that race.
No,
and
he did
he
cheat.
Still didn't
Dave
tell us
cheated,
how.
and he like nobody wanted to do the bike race, but Dave's like, I will prove.
And he's
that
like,
I
"Oh,
am in
one
control."
lap isn't enough. Okay, 2 laps.
Yeah, he's like, you guys asked for it. It's like, no, nobody
around
asked
the
for it.
whole island.
Yeah, nobody asked for it, Dave. You could try to pretend like, all right, nobody knows what we're talking about though.
Yeah, it's the Grand Theft Auto races you can do.
Yeah, Dave made us do a bike race around the whole entire map of like Los Santos.
Yeah,
Like
big
that-
map.
It was so much fun.
It was fantastic.
How long?
No
did
one's
it, was
ever
it like?
complained about it or brought it up multiple times.
Was it over? Was it over an hour?
Over what?
Wasn't it like?
No,
o-
it was like 40 minutes.
It was like 40
Each lap
minutes.
took about 20 minutes. So it was like, 40 total. Something like that.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was bad. It was horrible.
Well, bike races are not fun in GTA.
I
at
think they
all,
are
So.
in short capacities.
No, because you can't drift in those.
Oh, if you're good, you
can't.
can. If you could, you can.
Gosh dang it. You can't even like slipstream. So like
If you
basically
could,
it's
you
just Landon's in denial. I mean, if you want to do races in GTA, like bike races are like the lowest of the low.
Can we do a foot race?
Okay, sorry. Foot race is the lowest of the low.
That would be.
Bike
I would be.
race is
I'd be
so
down.
boring.
I'd be down to do a foot
Next
race
level.
across the whole around the
my
whole
God.
map.
That would be awful.
Traffic on. Heavy traffic
Our one,
on.
our one friend Jordan would just be complaining, saying that his stamina was so low. He'd be like, "Oh, I ran out of stamina again. Let me have this come back up." He would DNF,
Yeah.
probably like with 40 minutes to go.
To run in that game, you have to like rapidly tap X, correct?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're.
There's ways around it.
Oh,
There's
okay.
ways around it.
Real men tap X. Though.
Yeah.
That's right.
People who don't know how to change controls tap X.
Yeah. But yeah, we haven't played GTA in a long time.
Nah.
Well, we've been playing too much Civ.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So talk about Civ.
Civ's
We
so
kind of
fun.
migrated to Civ 5
PC gaming
for a while.
Yeah, Civ 5's so addicting.
It's you can't stop. Like, you'll be like, just one more turn, just 10 more turns,
Just another game.
That-
Just one more.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, just quickly explain what Civ is.
It's like a
What do you-
civilization. Like it's like simulator. I don't know. Dave could probably. explain that.
It's just a turn-based strategy game where you start through the ages and you just try to advance a civilization to win either through
Spaceship.
conquest,
You're supposed to build a
diplomacy,
spaceship.
culture, or science.
You're,
It's
supposed,
that simple.
Nerds.
you're supposed to build a spaceship.
You're
I
supposed to build a
won't say what-
spaceship.
Yep, you're supposed to
I
build
won't say what
a
land.
rocket.
I played.
You're
I
supposed
played
to
a
go to the
game with
moon.
Landon.
First person to the moon wins.
I won't say what Landon said with what he called my victory, but I beat him with a culture victory, and
Yeah.
he said that it shouldn't have counted.
A
Actually, no,
culture
sorry,
victory.
diplomatic victory. I beat him with a diplomatic victory. So the World Congress
That
voted for
sounds
me
exciting.
to be the
It's
world leader,
It's a cowardly way to win.
and they didn't vote for Landon.
It's a cowardly way to win. The real men build spaceships to win the game. I'll stand by it till the day I die.
People have
Landon
decided
just doesn't know how to play the game any other way.
I don't
But-
know how to play it. I don't. All I know is how to do science.
But so I had started playing Civ 5 years ago when soon after it had come out, and I had always just played single player, and I had really enjoyed playing it single player because it's like, you only have to worry about how long you take your turns. So I always thought that like if you tried to play it multiplayer that it would be awful. But playing it multiplayer has actually been way more fun than I ever thought it was, and it makes single player actually kind of boring because you have that element of like the AI in Civ 5 I don't think is that great when you try to do like diplomacy with other people.
They make no
But, like,
sense.
But like if I'm trying to like talk to Will, who's been on the podcast a couple times,
He's a
about
friend of
something
the
friend of the
with
show.
He's a
Landon-
friend of the
yeah,
show.
friend of the show, Will. There's fun dynamics with diplomacy with real people in the game, and the turns actually don't take as long as I
Well,
thought they would.
Your
which-
turns take a long time. Like consistently, like let's say a game takes 200 turns. We're waiting on me to end the turn, like maybe 10 of the turns, and then like maybe Colby and Will, it's like 5 apiece or something, and then Dave like is the other 180 turns. Like we'll all be there and be
False.
like, we'll be
False
like, wow,
prophet, Landon.
we're like, wow, Dave, come on. He's like, just a second, I'm sending my missionaries to your city to spread my false religion. Like,
The greatest thing about that game is that so you can start religions, and there's a template for basically every real religion. But what you can do is rename any of the religions. So when I play with Landon and Will or Colby or whoever, I always name mine the Church of David. So then I send my missionaries over and so get their cities to worship the Church of David, which it makes me feel really good about myself because I want everyone to worship David,
That's
and
really
usually
great
they
of you.
do.
Yeah. It's a-
In Civ, in Civ they do.
my civilizations are civilizations of science
Mm.
and reason. Mostly because I don't really know how to get the religion points that well. So
You're denying your people the good news. of
Yeah,
the
well,
word of
th-
faith.
Yeah,
They're
the good
gonna-
news of David.
they're gonna worship David regardless of what I tell them. So
I love Civ though. That one's fun. The other one, Stellaris, that's like Space Civ kind of. Started playing that,
Space
and Landon, you
Civ.
bought that as well,
I
right?
did buy it. Yeah, I was able to crunch the numbers. I was able to afford it. So
It was like $10.
Yeah, I know. I had to make sure. I wouldn't have been able to get it if I didn't get that Days
Just
Gone money
stop.
back.
Stop.
You got
That
$10
game-
left over.
Stop it.
What are you gonna do with all that money?
I don't know, man.
Dave, you've also been playing Assassin's Creed 3, right?
Not really.
Been revisiting that game?
Well, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Origins right now.
You
but
skipped
I
3?
Did, I'm gonna save it for last.
'Cause it's the
save
best.
The best one for last.
right? No, but no, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Origins right now, which is really fun. I really like that. I was playing it enough and like doing all the Egypt stuff that it made me want to watch The Mummy. So I watched The Mummy the other night again.
You know,
Classic.
Speaking of the
Classic
Mummy,
film. Starring Brandon Fraser.
speaking of the
Brendan
Mummy,
Fraser.
we were talking about Catch-22 last week. I finished it, by the way, all 6 episodes.
So good.
Dave, did you watch any of it?
No, I want to read the book first.
There's one character in it that's kind of like the assistant to more of the like commanding officers there, and he looked so familiar and sounded so familiar. I finally had to look him up, and he's Benny in
Benny?
in the Mummy.
Who's that? Is that the older guy with glasses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Benny.
I hated
Look
his
to me
character.
I
in
know,
X-Men too.
I
He was,
know.
He was like the worst in my opinion.
Yeah.
Kind of like the commanders.
Like,
Yeah.
he's also the worst in The Mummy. But
Yeah, he has that same kind of Weasley character.
I've never seen any of the Mummy movies.
First one's great. You could,
second one is okay.
yeah. Third one's
Is the third one
I
the
didn't
one
even
that came out in like 2010 or something, or like 2008?
2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Rachel
With,
Weisz isn't even in that one.
No, it has a Jet Li.
What's Brendan Fraser's best movie?
Probably the Mummy.
I'm gonna argue that it's Journey to the Center of the Earth.
I
Best
haven't
movie.
seen. I haven't seen that one.
he-
either.
It was
He
so good they
actually-
didn't want him back for the sequel. They
Yep.
replaced him with
This-
The Rock.
That's so weird.
This isn't a movie, but he played a role in Scrubs as the let's see, the brother-in-law of Dr. Cox, and he's actually really good in that role.
He
But I don't know
doesn't
if
do
any of
anything
you guys have seen
now, does he?
Scrubs.
No.
He's in the Doom
Not
Patrol
really.
show.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of want to watch that. I heard it's pretty.
I heard it's good. Yeah, I don't want to really buy the
No.
DC.
They canceled that
Thing.
Swamp Thing show after one episode.
Did they really?
Yeah, they
I
canceled.
thought it was good. I thought people were saying
liked
it,
it,
was
but yeah,
good.
they canceled it.
That's stupid.
Yeah, people really liked the premiere, and then they canceled it over
That's
like
dumb.
creative differences or something.
Swamp Show?
Swamp Thing.
Swamp
Swamp
Thing. It's a
Thing.
character from the DC universe.
Swamp Thing.
But yeah,
You make my heart sing.
Swamp Thing. You make my
You make everything sticky.
Yeah.
I heard Doom Patrol was really good though, and I heard Titans was pretty bad though. I think. if
I heard Titans was good.
Oh really?
What channels are these on?
It's on a DC. I think it's. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the DC.
Is it a streaming platform?
Yeah, DC streaming platform.
Okay.
Just borrow Jonah's code for it, whatever he's probably.
Is that the one that has the Titans show that like where like Robin swears and stuff?
Yeah,
F Batman.
Where he's like
yeah,
F Batman.
yeah. Apparently, people liked it though.
Are you gonna watch it? I mean, you're our resident DC
I don't
shill, so
know.
I mean, like,
I like the original Teen Titan show so much, the cartoon one on Cartoon Network.
I have noticed you've been watching Teen Titans Go on my Hulu.
Okay,
account,
I will
so-
say every time because I always fall asleep to whatever, and I've been like falling asleep to I don't know like Catch-22 or whatever else, and every time I wake up in the middle of the night, Teen Titans Go is playing. I'm like, how did it get to this show?
You know what you should do is not fall asleep watching things. That's
I
really
can't.
weird.
I can't fall asleep with nothing on in the background.
Not even music.
I need.
like,
I
could
need
you do it with
something.
just
I
music?
need something playing.
You need to get that the Calm app or whatever with Jerome Flynn reading you. I love the ad for that thing. He's like, you're what? He's like, cuddle up underneath the cover. he's like, what? I can't. He's like, your mind at ease, your body's just like calm or something. Like it's so
Yeah,
creepy.
I listened to the what is it, the Case File podcast, and they advertise that app on there. And that always just it seems like it'd be such a funny idea to have him reading those like calming stories to you. I'd just picture his character from Game of Thrones. That's all I'd be able to
he's
picture.
like in like a brothel. Like, he's just like talking. I want to pull it up.
Braun, is that you? I still haven't watched Game of Thrones yet, by the way, Landon, because I know you wanted to talk
What is
about.
wrong with you? Just finish it so you can be
I just haven't-
disappointed like everybody else.
I only watched the last episode. Well, actually, I just listened to a podcast.
I listened to other people talk about it. I didn't actually watch it. Oh my
I'll get
gosh.
to it. I'll get to it within the next couple months for sure. I mean, what I'm worried about is like, do I need to? Is there much stuff to like be spoiled on with it, or is it like pretty disappointing that it's like even if it was spoiled, would I be like, oh, is it worth watching? Or
I think you should watch it. I mean, like, even if it was.
I mean, I
spoiled.
still will.
There's some stuff like. It's just like I guess I don't even disagree with like where the show ends. It's just like it just seems so rushed, like, and
That's such
very.
a bummer.
And there's a lot of like the more it's like one of those things. The more you think about it, and the more like you listen to other people talk about it stuff too, like the more you're like, wow, they really kind of dropped the ball.
Is that like a Lost ending? Like the first time I watched the Lost finale, I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, it kind of sucked. Is it sort of similar or?
I would say it's actually like pretty much more like I think the Lost ending is more divisive because there's a lot of people that actually still really like it, and I don't actually really hate it too much.
Yeah, I was fine with the Lost ending.
But I also binged the show. I didn't watch it as it aired. I think I would be more disappointed if I had watched it.
For the 6 years
Yeah,
or
for
whatever
6
the
years,
show
like and
ran.
having more time to think of like the stuff, but like theories and stuff. But I was okay with that show having more of like a character focused ending instead of trying to solve all the mysteries and stuff.
Right, because how are they going to answer like
They
every single
couldn't, yeah.
question? You just can't do that.
And that's why I think that Damon Lindelof's other show, The Leftovers, is even better because it drops a lot of the.
Is that on Hulu?
No, it's just on HBO's. I think,
right. Okay.
but it drops a lot more. Like it's still a really weird show, but like it has a lot less. Like it's way more focused on the characters instead of the stuff. But Game of Thrones ending, I think, is pretty universally considered really disappointing. I don't think there's many people that are like.
I've seen like just scrolling
That's
through
a bummer.
YouTube like reviews of it and the titles of the video. Like you can tell like it doesn't seem like a lot of people are happy with it.
Why the Game of Thrones finale sucks.
Right, yeah, it's
awful.
always like why or like how the ending could have been better, like that type of thing. Like I haven't seen any like I was really happy with the ending or they did such a good job with it.
Yeah, it's too bad because it's like the first probably like 4 or 5 seasons are some of the best TV like ever made.
Yeah, the
Probably
first 4 seasons I thought were really, really good.
Yeah, and then it's like it slowly starts dropping off as they ran out of source material. So it gives me hope. I think George R. R. Martin could write the books and come to like close to the same ending that the show did, and it'd still be way better if like it's
Like
just,
if he took more time with
the
it.
delivery was just
Yeah.
what was bad about it. Like in a lot of plot holes that made no sense. So yeah,
Was it equivalent to like the Fellowship? They're leaving Rivendell, and then a day later they destroy the ring.
yeah, I guess yeah. I mean, if they just got the Eagles to help them, they could have probably just done that. So.
Did you see the trailer for Westworld season 3 with
Yeah,
Aaron Paul?
I shared it with you, Dave.
Oh, you sure that? Okay.
Did you,
So,
did you actually watch it now?
I did watch it. Yes.
It looks good,
Mhm.
right? Like
It looks really good. Well, like I really like Aaron Paul. I loved his character in Breaking Bad.
yeah,
And,
Oh, Aaron
season
Paul's
2 of
on it now?
Westworld.
yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah,
season
season-
3.
Season 2 of Westworld was kind of interesting. It had some good episodes and it had some really kind of lame episodes.
Yeah,
I guess it's where it ended. It's kind of interesting. Like it can either continue to be really interesting or it can kind of fall off. And I'm hoping that at least from the trailer it showed, it looks like the direction they're going to go, like outside of the park, is going to be kind of cool. I don't know what they're going to do with the park though. That's kind of the thing that's.
I don't think the park's gonna be in it that much. Maybe in flashbacks and stuff, but I don't think. Yeah, but I'm with you there too. Season 2, like I think like season 2 can be excellent if it's like after like the 5-season run. I think they're trying to do 5 seasons of it. I think. Like if they get to the end of the 5 seasons and it's like a really good ending and stuff, then season 2 probably will be really good. But I left like the end of season 2 really confused. Like there's a lot of trippy. Like they were almost like too like they wanted to like be like, hey, we're so smart. Look at all these twists and stuff. Like when.
Yeah, well, especially that last scene
Yeah.
at the very end of that last episode. I don't want to necessarily speak on it too much, but that's one of those things that was like, at first I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But then I was like, well, but it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, but do you think they'll have Jimmy Simpson back at all in any kind of capacity?
I don't know. Because I was surprised, because like he was only back very little for season 2. I don't see how he's going to be worked into season 3 really. Because
Yeah.
like, are they going to have what's his face, the old man in black, what's the actor's name?
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris. Like, is he going to be? I mean,
He's definitely going to be back at some point. Like, I don't know if he'll be.
Is it going to be at all in season 3 though? Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing that kind of wonders me. Because I like his character. He's, I think, one of the more interesting characters in the show.
Yeah. The moment, like, this isn't super spoiler. Like, when he like falls down, like starts cutting into his arm, like that part's like so good. Like, he can't even like.
He's just like, his mind is
like fried.
blown. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
So-
people should definitely watch Westworld. Like, it's really interesting.
It's also a book, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's anything
Michael
like-
Crichton,
Yeah, I don't think
yeah.
it's anything like the book though. The show, I
Oh, it's
don't
not- it's not at
believe
all.
it's just based on the premise. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. But
What is Westworld?
it's about a theme park that's populated by extremely intelligent and realistic AI.
Oh, okay.
And-
Yeah, you've
and-
told me about
and
this.
rich people can go
It's
there.
Fallout 4. It's the story of Fallout 4, basically, the synths. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay.
do they get to be themselves, or should they like have to follow humanity? Like,
Hmm.
it's
Okay.
very similar, actually. The story is, and like the whole moral quandary of.
And they're all cowboys, right?
Yeah, it's Westworld. So there's
Yeah.
different parks that people can go to. So there's like a medieval. There's like India. There's like like from like the when the British were in control of that. I don't know
Mhm.
what. And then there's like Westworld, and that's where that one takes place. But like the AI kind of start to become sentient. What is that? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they start remembering because like they get their minds erased every time they die or whatever. Like or they reset at the end of the day or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, and they start remembering things
Mm.
like
Interesting.
from their like past lives and stuff. So, but yeah, season 3 looks good. Aaron Paul's character looks really interesting. It's kind of like a disgruntled like maintenance worker. I think that's like the vibe I got. Like,
Well, it will be cool to learn more about like the outside world. Like, what is Earth like for other people that aren't like extremely rich that go? Because that's really all we've seen are people that go to Westworld because they can afford it, or people that work there. Like,
yeah,
so it'll be interesting to see what the world is like outside of that. And Aaron Paul's a great actor, so I think it'll be cool to see him kind of in that role of like, I'm assuming the common man or whatever in this kind of reality.
and he hasn't done much great since like he hasn't been involved in anything super good since Breaking Bad, has he? I mean, he's a BoJack
He was in
Horseman.
that-
You didn't see
that
Need for Speed?
Speed movie.
Oh my- I saw the trailer, and that's all I needed.
He actually really is. He's really good in BoJack Horseman, but it's just animated. So I mean, not just is maybe the wrong word to say. I mean,
It's not. He doesn't get a really good
But-
showcase. Like,
no, I mean he's like the second or kind of third character in the show behind some of the others, but he's funny in that show. He's good in that one, BoJack Horseman.
yeah. But that's 2020 for Westworld. That they take a year off in between each season, I think.
Yeah, we still have a while out.
yeah,
I'll have to start watching it.
that's good.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good.
Well, we should probably start wrapping up. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
So Pokemon Sword and Shield, they
Okay,
just
all
they
right,
just
that's
started
it.
out.
Okay, we're
What?
done. Yep.
I like
Thanks, Dave.
Pokemon.
Appreciate it.
We should mention we're contractually
Contractually?
obligated to have Dave on
Obligated?
once a year. So we,
To what?
we have to have him on once a year. That was in his contract to be our editor. He's
Yeah.
like, "Can I please be on the show, guys?" So
I
we're
have
getting
some
this
things
out of
to
the way.
say.
Like, then we'll be back to not having him on for another year. Tell
Yeah,
you-
it'll be a shame when the podcast suddenly starts not being released.
Oh no.
If only you guys knew how to do any of the other work.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I-
saying?
Hey, Dave, you did a really good job today. Really, like we'll have you on
Thanks,
next time.
Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
just-
I think Ben's gonna get top billing next episode.
I'm gonna be a little bit louder than everyone else. In the
Dave's gonna edit
gonna-
us. I am stupid. Dave is greatest. All right.
Well, thank you for letting me join from afar.
Well,
for
thanks
today.
for joining us, Dave, as our special guest.
Mhm.
We appreciate it.
See you next time.
All right. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Castbox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Please visit our website at www.hotkeyspodcast.com and follow us on Twitter at follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/hot.
You want to
Jeez,
wrap
man,
it? I
get
can
it
start a beat
correct.
for it.
It's because I'm sick. All the other episodes, I've always gotten this right.
Yeah, of course.
Join our Facebook group at facebook.com/podcast.hotkeys. Oh. Please like and review us and subscribe on whichever platforms you use. And finally, you can also contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.
Hey, Mick, next time, can we make that a rap? Like, I can create a beat for you.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah,
Whatever makes it smoother.
let's do that.
All right, sounds good. Okay, thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.